Today we are going to explore PICTON, Ontario.
We spent our days on the coast of something beautiful. We got pulled into the tide of something real. But somehow I lost you on the way. I assumed you left me behind. Lifeless days and sleepless nights, so tired of it. I can't get you off my mind, can't forget it. Now I know what I've got to do is find my way back to you. Hey, why did it take us so long? Hey, while I was dancing on my own. Hey, and now my prayers been answered in my darkest time. 'Cause now I found you. I couldn't see. Now that you're by my side again, I'll never leave you behind. Lifeless days and sleepless nights, so tired of it. I can't get you off my mind, can't forget it.
We are on our way to drop something off at the post office. Dexter's not used to all this noise, are you, Dex? Dexter's like freaking out with all this noise. He's not used to being in the big city, so Alex is going to carry him for a bit.
Have fun.
Was it the voice? Was it the fire burning in me? All of the noise turned into choirs of harmony. Left me with the pieces of forever that you broke.
This cute little diner plays retro music and offers old school drive-in service where you can choose to be served and eat in your car. The menu focuses on breakfast and brunch and are even vegan and gluten friendly. This is our favorite store in PICTON. It's filled with unique kitchenware and is dedicated for people who love to cook. Established in 2012 by husband and wife Kyle and Jenny, they carry well-known brands as well as local and Canadian items. They also have an online store, which is linked below. I have my eye on this Ecology plant fiber dinnerware set. We decided to order from 555 Brewing Co. They offer wood-fired pizzas and have some dairy-free cheese options. Oh, and their patio is dog-friendly. All their pizzas are cooked in this wood-fired oven, which was actually shipped in from Italy. Their service was amazing and the pizzas were next level. We will be back for sure. Made it back.
Made it.
Our motor's working really well. I'm pretty happy.
Yeah.
It's like really quiet, considering it's what I think in 1981.
1982.
Is it 1982?
1982.
1 year younger than our boat.
Yeah.
Well, today, while we were walking around in PICTON, I found this like really neat store called Zest Kitchen Shop. I bought a few things. These eco home cutting boards. They're made of wheat straw. They're pretty flexible. I did have wood ones, but they keep getting like mold and mildew and stuff on them, so these ones are going to be a lot easier to keep clean. They have the non-slip. It's going to actually be easier to cook while underway as well. So they're like completely eco-friendly and helps with like bacteria growth too. Cool. And then I got these bamboo plates, and I've got plates, cups, and bowls. and they're biodegradable and something.
BPA free, and they're also like a bamboo is just naturally microbial.
These should be really good to keep bacteria growth off of them. I'll put the link in the description of the store. It does ship, not sure all over Canada, but definitely all over Ontario.
Very custom store, kind of locally owned and stuff like that. Yeah, I love bamboo. Bamboo is like one of the fastest growing plants in the world, and it eats a lot of CO2, and it's also, as Crystal mentioned before, it has microbial properties, which is awesome because anyone that lives on a boat knows that nothing really gets as clean as what it is when you're living back home. So it's nice to have that extra little punch to take care of, you know, if you got fish on your plate or eggs or anything, just to, you know, keep you a little healthier.
Yeah.
The melamine or whatever it is, it's basically kind of like a plastic, and just those two combined makes it, feeling them, I think these will last forever.
Huh? The Canadian bird. No, the Canadian bird's balloon. Mess that up.
When you dream, do you see beautiful rays of light shimmering, guiding you through the night? I know it feels like the night's getting longer and light is harder to find. I promise I'll always be there, I'll remind you.
Okay, so before we set out, there's just a few things that we have to do before we get off the mooring ball and go into another anchorage. One being that we have to count and measure the anchor line. We never really knew how much scope we were actually putting out just because we were going off of the previous owner, his rough measurements of what it was. So we don't actually know how much chain we have and how much rope we have. So I'm gonna go out and measure that in 10 feet increments and put markers out, so that way it's a lot easier when we go to release our anchor, depending on like what depth we're at. And then the second thing is the Genoa halyard. I'm having a really hard time raising that. It keeps sticking and I don't know what's going on, and I don't wanna start raising our Genoa up there and then have something wrong with our line. So I'm gonna look at that. I have a couple more days here before we have to set out, so hopefully that will all go well. Wish me luck.
I need a second to take a breath, to keep me guessing with what you said. You're in my head. We're under pressure, we're sinking deep like stormy weather. Can't seem.
Well, I'm glad that I measured all of that. Alex isn't going to be too happy. We're 5 feet short of chain of what we were told. So we actually only have 25 feet of chain. And the red marker that was on there, Alex thought was 100 feet and it's actually 75. So no wonder we've been having so many problems with our anchoring.
Can't seem to breathe when you're with me. If you're gonna break me, I know I won't stay. I don't wanna wait here, you push me away. If you're gonna choose, you don't know what to do.
All the halyards are fixed. They were mostly just tangled, so that kind of makes me feel a little bit better. The only thing that's still an issue is there's something on the wiring, I think, snagging when you pull the main halyard down too low. So it's fine enough for raising the sail for right now, but it's definitely something that we'll have to look at when we get back to the marina. So we're pretty much ready to go. Well, Alex is back home, and I haven't told him yet. So I'm gonna tell him now. So today I measured the anchor line, and we only have 25 feet of chain. That red marker is actually only 75 feet. Not 100.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right, that's not too bad. So we just lost 5 feet on what we thought it was.
And also the red marker isn't 100 at 75, so we were short like 25 feet. We were thinking it was 100. So.
Well, it's not ideal, but then at the same time, like that means we had a touch less scope, like through that storm, and our anchor still performed like insanely well. So
Yeah.
there is a positive from it, right?
Yeah, that's true. I did inspect pretty much everything in it, like all the anchor chain. like 25
That's
feet
weird.
short on our measuring when we were anchoring. Well, you took the news better than I thought. I thought you were going to be a little upset that we were minus 5 feet in anchor
Yeah,
chain.
I'm on the boat. I got a beer. I'm hanging out with you and Dexter. Okay, so we have a 2-stroke outboard, so it needs a 50-to-1 ratio for gas to oil. And then seafoam is basically an additive, and it helps like lubricate and clean up the engine to make it perform better, like all the pistons and stuff like that, and injectors. It like helps clean them up so that it can like run a lot smoother. Whenever you are getting oil and an additive though, you just want to make sure that it is for outboard engines and for marine things, because the stuff that you normally get for like your cars has like detergents and like different stuff in it it'll just wreck your engine. So 5 caps pretty much. Try not to spill anything. Sucks.
So Alex and I don't have measuring cups on board. We looked online and a pop bottle cap is worth what, 15 milliliters?
This size anyway.
Doing some math and figuring it out.
I don't wanna lose you, I don't wanna lose me.
Just buy measuring cups or something instead.
We had bought measuring cups, but then we used a lot of them for when we were mixing paint, so we don't have any left on the boat. The motor hasn't been run last year, so we really wanted to kind of do everything proper and make it so that way it's all cleaned out and should be running smooth, because it was smoking quite a bit there for a little while, and they were saying it could just be because it's old gasoline in there. So with the seafoam stuff, it will help clear it up.
Making sure it's nice and mixed.
Oh yeah?
It should mix like when you put it in the thing anyway, whatever, but I just want to make sure it's all perfect. You want to make sure that you check the oil gas mixture that's already in your can, and just make sure that there's no like rust or sediment or dirt, otherwise like you'd have to dispose of it all. But as long as like it's just old gas and there's nothing like big chunks in it, you should be fine to just put the stuff in and kind of like dilute it more or less.
And did you check it yet?
Yeah, looks good. I didn't see anything.
Ooh, first go too. Baby. See you later, bud. Have fun. Just ripping. Going for a rip, bud? Going for a rip? Well, Alex seems super pumped about the new dinghy motor and the dinghy being all fixed up and patched up, so now we're ready to go. We can pretty much go anywhere now. Coming in for a landing? You should see how high that front goes up. It's hilarious.
I don't wanna say anything, 'cause if I do, I might say
Nothing interesting going on for me today. It's pretty wet and gross outside. It's been raining most of the morning. It just kind of stopped now, and I've been lazy around in bed just because it was cold. So I think I'm gonna get started on my editing, because since we've been out for the last 2 weeks, I haven't done anything on my editing. We've just been busy experiencing a bunch of stuff and learning things and videotaping a lot of stuff. So yeah, so I think today will be a good day to kind of cozy up inside. I think I'm gonna make a cup of tea. Yeah, just get to work.
would you stay with me tonight? If I said what's on my mind, would that make you run and hide? Run and hide. Run and hide. If I said what's on my mind, would that make you run and hide?
Hey, I'm Crystal, and this is Alex. And this is our fur baby Dexter. Together, we bought a Tanzer 26 and are currently sailing on Lake Ontario. Subscribe and join us as we learn how to sail and fix up our boat.
Would that make you run and hide? So I'll keep my mouth shut and not listen. Afraid I lose you if I didn't. Can we find what we're missing and compromise?